mind. This is a live class, which means I don't do a whole lot of editing. What you'll see is what you get. Remember, we've got 3 parts to this class. Let me make sure y'all can see me. There we go. So we've got the warm-up, we've got the flow, and we have the mat work. So let's get started. Come to the front of your mat. Take a few moments, though, to stand nice and tall. Draw the shoulders down and back. Your feet can be together. They can be open. The point is, I want you to feel comfortable and strong in this stance. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, then draw the shoulder blades down towards the hips. Again, up and down. Drawing in the navel as well. We're going to get long through the spine, up and down. One more time. And relax the arms, lifting tall. Collarbones are broad, but not lifted. All right, take 5 deep breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's take the arms overhead. And exhale, side bend to one side. Oh yes, inhale, arms come back overhead. Exhale, side bend to the other side. And you're gonna do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side bend. Oh yeah, keep going. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, side bend. Inhale, let's lift up nice and tall. Fan the arms down, exhale, forward fold. You can bend the knees here, drop the head. Inhale, lift the chest and heart up just a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do this again. Inhale, lift the chest and head up. Stay broad in the front of the chest and the back of the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, nice and strong back. Exhale, cactus arms. And inhale, arms come overhead. Let's start that lunge sequence. Exhale, left. We'll just step back with the right leg. Inhale, crunch forward. And exhale, cactus arms. And come forward. Let's do it again. This time that leg goes back into our boulder lunge. Big side stretch there. And lifting up and come back into your crunch. That's it. And left leg comes back, lateral arms. It's just a step back and come forward. And arms, cactus arms, step back, warming up the legs, come forward, crunch there. And the left leg back, big boulders lunge, side bend. Nice. How's the core engaged? And lift up, come to your crunch. All right, let's do it again. We're not going to worry about the breath, though. We're just going to come into a working lunge. And lateral exhale, drop the back knee. I see I'm focused on the breath, but we're not doing the breath right now. And here we go, another lunge. And there we go, leg behind. Big side bend. Come together and crunch it. Left leg back, lateral arms. Come forward. Cactus arms, dropping the back knee. Come forward. Come on, draw that navel in there. And side bend over. Oh, yes, coming forward. Come on up. Inhale, arms from overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the head. And chest. And exhale, forward fold. Everybody, bend your knees, lift the heels. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Straightening the legs and over to the side. So big side lunge over, and then the opposite arm comes around and we lift up. Now this is a typical warm up for us. You will get used to this if you were just starting with this. You will get used to this movement. Warming up the arms, pushing off with that bent leg. There you go. Let's come to chair. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink into the chair. 5 pulses into the heels. 5, 4, 3, navel drawn in so your back is flat. 2, 1, and let's lift up. Other side. Side bend over, push off with the bent leg, lift and rotate. Side bend, Lift and rotate. Side bend. Lift and rotate. Come forward, inhale, arms up. Exhale, come into flight chair. Nice. Now what we're gonna do here, we're drawing a navel and we're gonna hollow out that lower belly area. Palms pressing down. I want you to press, pulse down to the ground for 5, 4, 3, not squeezing the back of the heart, 2, 1. Now palms up, press up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and inhale. Arms come overhead, exhale, forward fold. Whoa, I just had deja vu. Inhale, lift the head. Exhale, step back into your plank. Pushing through the heels. Now let's see some of sagging the hips. Let's actually lift them just a little bit. Find some engagement there for 5 breaths. 5. Hold on. 4. Draw your shoulder blades down towards your hips. Okay. 3. I'm going to change this up. 2. And we're in lunge. I'm just playing around with this. And 1. And push forward on the tiptoes, come to the knees, lower all the way down to the mat. Ah, yes. Inhale, push the toes into the mat, lift the chest up, and exhale, lower. Keep going here. Find a flow here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. The hips are coming off the mat. We're just warming up the spine, creating suppleness in all those muscles around the spine. And exhale, lower. One more time. Push the toes and hips into the mat gently. Exhale. Lower. So tuck the toes. Help yourself up into downward facing. First downward facing of the day. Bend the right knee, straighten the left leg. Bend the left knee, straighten the right. Now, hey, I'm not going to tell you what to do here because I want you to feel good in this. Feel free to roam about your mat. Feel free to move around. But what I do ask is that you keep those shoulders strong, right? You create space between the shoulder blades, draw the outside of the right or the shoulder blades towards the ankles so you can create that space. There we go. Come up on the tiptoes, like the heels down. I'm just giving you options here. Open up the body. Think of creating space. Draw the navel in. Hold this. Downward facing for 3 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, right leg lifts with a single leg downward facing point. Don't move your ankle around. And we're going to draw the right leg through into low crescent lunge. Back knee drops. Inhale, arms come over the head. 5 breaths here. So keep lifting, right? Instead of dropping into the hips, we're going to engage all of this muscle here. Lift and then load. What are we about? 2 more breaths. Nice. Exhale, press back in to half splits. If your knee's feeling groovy today, you can go all the way back. And 5 breaths here. So remember, we're going to go through slowly the first time through. Then we pick up the pace. It's just like telling our body, hey, you're about to get nurtured, but here is what's going to happen first. Nice. Let's flow. Inhale. Press forward. Scoop forward and come into that strong crescent lunge. Exhale. Press back. The hands don't have to hit the ground until you are ready. And inhale, bend the front knee, coming into crescent lunge. And exhale. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it with you, but if our breaths aren't synchronized, that's okay. Your breath reigns supreme. So you go with your breath as we continue to flow. We are trying to synchronize the breath with the movement and see if there's a space where you can eliminate stoppage and continue to move like water through the whole flow right here. 4. And last one. Reach tall, root down to rise up. We are amazing. And inhale, frame the foot, lift the back knee, come into your high lunge. 5 breaths. 4, good. I'm gonna turn towards you. Draw the shoulder blades down. 3, you got this. Navel draws in, knee in line with the heel and the hip. 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up into Tadasana. Exhale, draw the navel and sink back into chair. Good. 3 breaths. 3. You're doing good. Can you feel that body getting warmed up? 2. And 1. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold, drop the head. Inhale, half lift. You don't have to remove the hands from the ground. Just find that flat back. Exhale into plank. Inhale, get long in your plank. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing. Inhale, left leg lifts. Oh yes. So again, when this left leg lifts, we have a tendency to drop into the right arm. Let's stay strong in both shoulders. Right? We're thinking about what we're doing here, but you're going to do this sequence enough to where after the 3rd, 4th time, you're like, okay, I got this. I can get deeper into this. And the depth means not so much physical, but also where you're feeling this in your body. How do you feel differently doing your sequence now compared to the first time? And leg comes through, inhale, crescent lunge. 5 breaths. 4, 3, keep rooting down, you got this. 2, 1. Press back into half monkey, half splits, or you can go all the way back here. 5 breaths, so we're still staying long in the spine. Yes, there's a little bit of curvage in the top of the spine. That's okay. We're dropping the head. 2, and 1. All right, let's flow. Trying to find that synchronicity between breath and movement, seamless flow. Inhale and exhale. These are really fun to see. How your body responds after 2 or 3 times of doing this flow. And exhale. So I'm just gonna flow with you. We're in this together, all right? Continue to flow. Stay on your mat mentally and be in this moment of flow. Inhale, come up to your lunge, tuck the toe. You can place the hands on the ground here if you want to challenge. Keep the shoulders over the hips. And we're coming into our high lunge. 5 breaths. 4. Move the wrists around, guys. You can move the arms around too. You don't have to be static in these poses. 3. Have that foundation strong. Then feel free to move the shoulders. 2. And 1. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back into single leg downward facing. Let's begin the flow. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, flight. Draw this right hip back slightly, palms down. There we go. We'll take a couple breaths in each one. Inhale, scoop to high lunge again. Lean forward, pop your back foot in, toes turn out to the front of the mat, straighten the legs, and exhale, pyramid pose. Drop the head. Keep elongating through both legs, through the earth. Draw the right hip back just a little bit. And bend the front knee. Check it out. We got a little pop here. Lift and pop. And bring the left leg to meet the right leg into squat. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. Nice. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold, moving through a little bit quicker. Meaning shorter breath count. And exhale, single leg down facing. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, pop forward. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, single leg downward facing. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, flight. Stay loaded in this right leg. Inhale, high lunge again. And pop the back foot and exhale, pyramid. Wow, yes. Slight bend in the front knee. Left leg meets the right. Inhale, half lift in that squat. Same squat we did in warm up. And a chair. We got it. This time, bring the hands to heart center for a moment. Take the right leg out. We're going to rond de jambes. Really big into warrior two. Now, first warrior two, the rond de jambe is big, but the warrior two doesn't have to be wide. The rond de jambes helps open that hip up, the femur in the hip. Let's get settled. Hips towards me, shoulders towards me. Arms are strong but soft as well. Take the arms up, flat arm down. Spread the shoulder blades apart from the spine. There you go. Powerful pose. Beautiful. We've got another side. Exhale down into your plank. And single leg downward facing left side. Inhale, high lunge. Okay, we've been here before. So going a little slower this first time through. We are still engaging this lower abdominal area, setting the shoulders down, pushing out through the heel. Exhale, we come into flight. There you go. How does that feel? Kind of loads that front leg a little bit more. Keep pushing through that heel. Inhale. We're coming up into high lunge. Hopping forward on the front leg. Right heel aligns with the left heel, or maybe a little bit farther out to the side if you need a wider base. Toes to the right front corner of the mat, and we've got our pyramid. Equally distribute the weight between both legs. You're still rooting out through both legs. Enjoy this pyramid. See if you can find that place of nurture in this pyramid at any time through a flow. What do you need to change to make this more nurturing and challenging at the same time? There's that edge. And slight bend in the front leg. Walk the hands out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. Or excuse me, legs together. Inhale, chair pose. Let's do it again, going through a little faster. Exhale, step back. Single leg downward facing. Left leg lifts, then left leg forward. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, flight. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, walk the hands out to the left, lift, lift. And exhale, feet together, bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. Last time through, exhale, forward fold. Step back into single leg downward facing. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, flight. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, frame the foot, walk the hands out, pop the back leg up, and feet together, bend the knees. Coming into chair pose. Beautiful. From this chair pose, I'm going to come to this side. Okay, you stay where you are. We're going to take the left leg out. Big rond de jambe back, balance, step back, and a gentle warrior two. Once you're settled into this warrior two, then you can move the foundation. Right, we haven't done a warrior two yet. We haven't done this external rotation. So that's why I'm going to cue you to keep it a little bit steady and smaller this first time through. Then once you're here for a little bit, you get comfy with it, we can get a little deeper. Gazes over the front fingers. Feel Feel free to move the arms, play around with that movement, bring it in. Sometimes I feel like yoga can feel so rigid, but it's soft, it's gentle, but powerful. And let's do this, you guys. Windmill around, pivot the back foot, downward facing. 5 deep breaths. Lift the hips high. Feel free to bend the knees, but the heels are still searching for the mat. Then you can start to straighten the knees. And lift onto the tippy toes. Step the right leg through, then the left leg. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, half lift. One more forward fold. Get long through the inner thighs. Think about drawing the hip bones back, and also hollowing out again that lower abdominal area. Very nice. Inhale, let's lift up and come to our mat work. So, grab that water if you need it. The mat work is deer pose first. So, from your deer pose, and that reminds me, I told you this is a live Megan phone because we're doing timing, right? All right, making good time to. So, this mat work is meant to really help you hone in and pinpoint certain movements of the body that really support your yoga flow, any workouts that you're doing. So really focusing on some of the smaller muscles. And we focus on that in yoga as well in our flow section. But this is gonna really hone in on that. Let's get to work. So left leg is in front. We're going to lift up using as much of this leg as we can in the core. Bring the leg forward. Keep the knee lifted. Take the leg back. So feeling all that hip open up. Let's go forward again. Then we come back into deer pose and have a seat. I'm going to start the time now. So we'll do this through on both sides. Let's do it. Lift. Extend forward. Arabesque back. Let the spine still hold you up, but also still flow in its natural movement. And hold. Here we go. Lift up again. So you're trying to really use that supporting leg to lift you up and stabilize you as you come back into deer pose. Again. And now it doesn't matter how fast you go. What matters is how you're hitting the marks, how you're keeping the leg lifted when it needs to lift. You're figuring out where that movement is coming from. Let's thank your body for being able to even push play today. I know this can start to get hard, but that's my promise to you, is to challenge you, is to help you find that calm and clarity even in moments of challenge, so that you can take on bigger challenges as you continue to grow forward through life. Are we ready to change? Beautiful, let's do it. Let's finish this one out here with me. And there we go. Coming into plank. Here we go, we got plank, left leg forward, right leg forward. Arms come out. Go back to your plank. Kneeling, right knee down, left knee down. Right elbow and this left leg lifts up. Let's do it again. Plank, left, right, reach, hands down, right, right elbow, left knee lift. Keep going. So really hit each one. There's your squat, right? But we're still lifting. We're not dumping into this. Keep lifted and down. Are we almost there? You got some more in you, I know you do. I feel my glutes engage every time. If you go too low, they can disengage. Oh yes. One more time through. We got it. Beautiful. Hands and knees. 2 movements. Let's hit the ankles. Straight leg knee lift on the elbow. And attitude on the hand. There you go. How you doing? Now look, that leg is lifting. We're not dropping it too low. But also, think about lifting this attitude from the knee, not the ankle. And look, my spine is not rigid. My right arm kind of comes out in front of the body a little bit. Left elbow's bent. And lift. Lift, congratulations. Sit back into your child's pose. Take a couple breaths. I'm sorry about all my sniffling. I'm from Texas. This cold weather. Man, I'm not used to it. So, I say cold. It's like 50 degrees here. We've got another side. Are you rested? Are you ready? Yes or yes? Let's do it. So, same song and dance, different side. So now, we're going to take the right leg forward. That's right. Into our deer pose. This is where we come back to every time. I'm going to start our timer fresh. And the right hand comes down. We lift up with the right leg and the glutes, mainly the glutes and the core. Let's take it out for a side and then an attitude. Side. And come back down to seat. I can feel I was a little unstable. So I'm going to make sure I engage that core more. Maybe take my arm a little farther out to the side of my body because I still need to keep everything lifted. Again, I really feel it helps when you think about lifting from the knee as opposed to the ankle. We're in this together, you guys. If you're getting out of breath, join the club. I am too. So, we are doing some elevation changes with the lunges, with the squats. Here we go. Stay with me. Woo. Balance will start to get as you get a little bit more tired. And keep in mind, one side's always different than the other side. We shoot for symmetry. Let's try that again. In the body. But oftentimes, it's not so. It's not how our bodies are as we get older, especially. So how is the right glute doing? Keep lifting. Come on, keep lifting. I take my hand on my hip here just because I like to feel that hip opening up. One more time. Lift. So when you come forward, you're feeling that crunch. Stepping back. Plank. Squats. Here we go. So this time, it's right leg forward, left leg forward, left leg back. Oop, I gotta keep this close to me, guy. And right leg, left leg, lift, left leg, right leg, and left. Got it. So we're not just going through the motions here. Stay with what's happening with your body. Tell your mind, you got this. Tell your body, you got this. Right, left, left, right, down. So we're taking our little moments to stop and take those breaks. I did this on the opposite side. If I'm doing the wrong side, and you know what the right side is, you just keep going. I'll feel it tomorrow when I'm completely uneven. This is why I always prefer to have a cue and even teach to a live class, because I love it. When a live class, someone in a live class says, nope, wrong, we need to do this now. I filmed with a student yesterday, and it was just great to have her feedback and have her help me. It was a team effort, truly. All right, hands and knees. So, last time we did right arm down, so we're gonna do left arm down, straight leg, lift, then hand down attitude. Keep going. Oh, Dieter became awake. Okay, yes. Very good. Okay, 2 little pulses, hitting the marks each time, so we're not going for speed. Let's go for accuracy. Just like in life, right? Sometimes the best things are the ones we wait for. We have to be patient for. We have to build a strong foundation for. So then we have that foundation to build off of. Nice. So we are wanting to feel this in the glutes. The gluteus medius, minimus. Ah, yes. How's the core? Is it engaged? Keep going, my friends. We're lifting and strengthening so many of those little muscles that maybe you didn't even know you had that are important to support the big muscles. And release into child's pose. Yes. Take a breather. Take a couple breaths. Take the knees out to the side this time. Big toes facing each other. And that's where we'll come into our child's pose. All right. Breathe. You're doing great. Okay, we're moving on. So, we've got our abs section, and then we're going to come down and do some really great stretching. High plank, low plank, hip drop to the right, hip drop to the left. Come with me now. And drop the hips, hands under the shoulders, lift into cobra, and lower. Come on, it's a high plank. Hold it. Good. Low plank, right, left. Then hip drop, right, left. 2 to the right. 2 to the left. Come back in. Drop the knees. Hands under the chest. Cobra. If you want to go into upward facing, you most certainly can. Come on, use that strength and that core strength to lift you up into plank. Left arm down this time. Right arm drops to the left. Drop to the right. And knees lower. Lower the chest to the mat. And cobra. And lower. Keep the core engaged. Stay with me here one more time through. Left elbow. Right elbow. Hips drop to the left. Let's go to the right. And knees down, hips down. Hands under the shoulders. Lift to cobra. Upward facing if you want to here, but you know, if you have taken my class, how I feel about that. Engage the thighs to support the lower back. And we're done. With that, lift up, you guys. And downward facing. Step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Beautiful. Take the legs out wide. Squat down. Nice. It's just a good old-fashioned squat, but we're doing it differently. We're not really sinking into this and losing the engagement in our hip flexors. We're gonna lift hands down to the mat. Come to your knees. Inhale, cat-cow. Knees are hip distance, arms are comfortable, but strong shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin, draw the navel in, and tuck the tailbone. It's like the spine is a wave. And here we go. Let's have a seat, please. Hands are on the outside of the knees. Draw the navel in, roll down nice and slow. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Yes. And bring the heels towards your hips, hands down to the ground. Gently press your shoulders and upper arms into the ground. We've got 3 bridge poses. Inhale, lift into bridge. Starting from the upper vertebrae, lower down. Exhale. Twice more, inhale. And exhale. Oh, your spine is saying thank you. Inhale. And exhale. Arms to a T. Take both knees over to the right for a gentle end of practice rotation. Now, if you want to get more into that piriformis stretch and your IT band stretch, straighten the top leg. See if you can grab the top leg. So the right leg's the top leg with the left arm. Are you sweating? Because I sure am, and I love it. Exit impurities. Breathe in deeply. Bring the leg in. And breathe in that healing. Oxygen. It serves your body so well. Notice your body begin to relax. Straighten the top leg. So I empower you to continue to do this a few more times if this is your first time. This same flow, because it really takes one time. Take the knees in towards each other, feet out to the side. One time to just say, oh, what the heck is she doing? Another time to say, okay, I see. Another time to say, I'm getting comfortable with this. And even the last time, say, okay, I can find some depth in here, right? So we have to get over the learning curve before we can really start to find that depth where we can find our challenge and nurturing that beautiful blend of both. All right, come on, bearing the knees into your chest. Oh, yes. And you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us.